Welcome to People, Power, and Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People, Power, and Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.
Good day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today in the studio with us, we have a very special guest, Miss Hope Daly Derry, founder and president of Song for Life.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Lovely to have you. So tell us about your nonprofit and what were the initial goals and visions you had for the nonprofit when you first began, and how have they evolved over time?
So basically, I had never thought about even starting a not-for-profit. I was propelled into the creation after a tragic incident where one of the singers from our community of singers that my husband trains here in New York City, unfortunately, this young man was shot close range, random shooting, and he survived the shooting but was left paralyzed. But the night that this unfortunate incident took place, as we all gathered in the emergency room praying and hoping for him to survive this, I literally and audibly heard a voice from God saying, you know, what's in your hand? As I wondered, like, what can I do to help? This is crazy that young men are just out here randomly shooting people. And I heard that audible voice say to me, what's in your hand? And it's actually from a speech that Adam Clayton Powell did, and it's biblically referenced also. But I knew that I had all these amazing singers, that my husband had created this amazing community of vocalists. And so literally that night, January 2nd, 2015, A Song for Life was born in the emergency room at Jamaica Hospital. And since then, we became an official 501c3 in 2019 at the height of the pandemic, just as it was starting. But you know what? When what God wants, it will happen, because everybody said to me basically that it would be difficult to get the status of a 501c3 because everything was basically shut down or they had odd hours. But my application went through, and I want to say maybe in 2 weeks, and they say that that's like unheard of for them to get back to you so quickly. And I got a letter with a congratulations, another thing that they say, usually they don't say that either, but they say congratulations, you now have the status of a 501c3. And so the mission was always to provide a platform for artists to combine their artistry with advocacy. And initially, we stepped into the whole gun violence awareness arena because of what happened to this young man. His name is CJ. But then we also realized that gun violence doesn't just happen in a vacuum. There are many reasons that lead to our young people taking up a gun and terrorizing their communities and unfortunately even murdering family and friends and strangers. And so we started to look more, at that. We've done work with organizations like Moms Demand Gun Sense, also Mike Tucker's Lay the Guns Down organization. And this EP is our first foray into the recording, arts. And I think it came naturally because this is where we get to really make an impact.
So the ethos of your project can be encapsulated in the phrase "a song for life," where artists and advocacy speak up. Can you share how this philosophy has guided your approach to both the creation of music and the advocacy work throughout your nonprofit organization?
So actually, initially, it was like, how can I influence this new crop of artists that are coming up to create music that will be that will stand the test of time, giving them examples and exposing some of them to artists like Nina Simone and Marvin Gaye and Sam Cooke, artists that had created music that we could still listen to today and it still resonates with us. I think Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On" is a question that we continue to ask, unfortunately. But it's that kind of music that we need to get us all thinking, and hopefully we can come up with some answers. So once we looked at, well, you know what, it's enough. It's great to try to influence the artist to kind of look past their day-to-day things like, I broke up with this one, or, oh my God, I bought a new dress, or I'm getting my nails done, and to look further out at things. And I think with the EP, after giving much thought to what do we need to do, we need to feed the souls of our young women. We know that in our communities, the female usually takes the lead, whether it's as the girlfriend or the wife. But it's also women are the ones, we're the ones that are moving things forward in our communities. And the whole goal of this project was to feed something into our young women. The project has 11 artists on it, all touching in various genres. But the number one thing is that your voice matters and that we can make a difference and women are important and we don't have to be called the B word, that we are special, we are blessed, we are already famous, we got this. And we are all wildflowers growing. I know I'm missing some of the songs. We all, should be guaranteed a seat on the train. I know I missed some of the songs. I tried to be poetic in putting all of the names of the songs, but that's really what the project stands for.
So in light of the success of Billion Girl Summer, how do you see Let Her Rock contributing to the ongoing conversation about women's empowerment in the music industry?
Well, I think actually I want to say that perhaps we are providing the soundtrack for that. There's a lot of great music out here. And a lot of artists have a lot to say, but I think sitting down and purposely putting this project together definitely meshes well, and I think it's in alignment, and hopefully it's just a new wave that's coming in, and we want to be a part of that wave. And hopefully we will be out there in schools. Hopefully we want to do a tour. We have our first, I don't know if it'll be our first, but one of our biggest events will be our red carpet event at the Billie Holiday Theater in Brooklyn, New York, June 15th, and we'll have more information about that. But we believe that this is a wave, and we're riding that wave. And it's funny, we didn't know that the $1 billion summer, girl summer, was going to happen, but what's to be will be. I'm of Jamaican descent. My mom used to say all the time, "What is for you can't be unfor you." So that being said, we know that it's time to usher in a whole new scene of music for our young people.
What legacy do you hope A Song for Life will leave, and how do you plan to sustain the message in your ongoing and future projects?
I'm hoping the legacy of A Song for Life will be to upcoming artists, that they will realize that they need to have a greater message, a broader message. Again, not to stay kind of like with their blinders on, that it's just about my life, that they need to look at the larger things that are happening, whether it's overseas or it's in another city. All of it basically relates to our day-to-day. And we need to be cognizant of that. We need to be singing about it and educating one another about it. And music is a huge educational tool. So I hope that that's our legacy, that maybe there'll be more organizations that will crop up that are hopefully encouraging young people to do the same thing.
And finally, what is your call to action for everyone that's listening to this interview?
Well, we have a sister campaign project with this called What Would You Tell Her, that we will launch shortly after the project itself launches, is on the 24th. But we want women to submit 1-minute videos about answering the question, if you could go back to a younger version of yourself, what would you tell her? And so far, we have individuals that are going to launch the campaign. We have one of America's top 10 models, Delone, has submitted her video. We have the Deputy Borough President of Brooklyn who's submitted her video. So there's a lot of great sage advice, wisdom, even though it's what you would go back and tell your younger self. It's a lot of great stuff for young people to listen to now. I came away just from what I've gotten so far, the submissions, feeling really empowered and feeling good about everything that, that's come through. So it's exciting.
And how can people get in contact with you, your nonprofit?
So the not-for-profit, our website is www.asongforalife.org. All of our contact information is on there. Our Instagram is @asongforlife. I don't know if there's org or just A Song for Life. And what else? A Song for Life org. Thank you. And so we're out there. Get in touch with us. We want to hear from you, and we definitely want everyone to hear this music. And when tickets are available to come out to this show in June, we want everybody to come out and just celebrate this amazing project. It's a beautiful, beautiful project.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
People, Power, and Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People, Power, and Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.